one channel in mind. Teach them so fine. Number one, we've waited for you. 2, special interview. Teach them, give them a good view, and promise them so much more now. Everyone can see. Teach them channel, you are the champion. Ooh yeah.
I am here vibing with one of the most naturally gifted, one of the most talented entertainers in Jamaica's music industry. His parents named him Benjamin Myaz, but we know him as
Benji Myaz.
Father Benji.
Benji Myaz.
All is well, sir?
Opportunity, great one to be here, teaching them.
Teach them.
Teaching
thanks,
them.
brother.
Yeah. Long overdue, but
long overdue.
Finally. See?
Everything happening in time,
yes,
man.
Sir. Yes,
Time.
Sir. Give
Time.
Thanks. Give thanks. Of course.
Time.
Indeed. Teach them takes it higher than anyone can count. No end to the amount of things we show. Teach them you inspire what all the media's all about. No shadow of a doubt. Teach them are the champion. Boop.
Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
So, Father Benjamin.
Yes, sir.
Say all is well, sir.
We give thanks.
Give
we are
thanks.
blessed. Could be worse.
Yes, true.
So we are always giving thanks.
Life is here.
Grateful
Yeah,
for
man.
everything.
So
yes.
talk to us though. Early life, place of birth.
I'm from a district called Haddington in the parish of Hanover.
Yeah.
2 miles out of Hopewell.
Yeah.
A lot of people hear Hopewell on the news recently, not for the greatest reason.
Yes, true.
But that's our parish, Hanover, Haddington. I was raised in the family of my father being a district pastor.
Your father
a
was
reverend.
a pastor.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mom being the first teacher in the district, founder of the Haddington Basic School. So I should say my late mom and my late dad.
So they are both passed on.
Yes,
My
yes.
condolences, sir.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. See,
How many siblings?
7.
7.
Yes.
Yeah. And all of them still around?
Yes. Give
That
thanks.
blessings that one.
Give thanks.
Blessings.
Yes, yes.
Schooling, where did they attend school?
So Mom was my first teacher.
Oh,
She
Mom
started
was
the
the first
basic school,
teacher.
the Haddington Basic School.
Addington Basic School.
And we had down the road, 2 miles down the road, we had the Bethel All-Age School,
Yeah.
which is now Bethel Junior High. And so we would walk from Haddington to All-Age School, walk back in the afternoon. So I got my chance to,
Be a child.
find myself
Yes,
early.
yes, yes.
2 hours, 2 miles, perhaps 45 minutes walking, so you get that exercise as a moment to think, So
Yes.
we kind of had it earlier on from I was 7,
Yeah.
to do music.
Yeah, we soon come to that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so after primary school, which high school you attended?
Herbert Morrison.
Herbert Morrison Tech at the time.
Was the comprehensive then,
comprehensive then.
at the time. Opened in 1976.
Yes.
Yes, a comprehensive.
So it was 8 of you.
Yes.
What was it like growing up though from a financial perspective?
We survived. My mom being very resourceful. She had
Yeah.
her own chicken coop. She taught.
Yes.
My father didn't get paid for preaching, not like today. He didn't want money.
Oh, he never wanted
No.
it.
He went to work.
I went to
He's a
work.
contractor and a builder, so he would always go to work. And my mom would do the things at the house to make sure we had supplies. So we actually grew our own food, had our own poultry. Father had a farm, he had
Yes.
cattle. So we never got to the supermarket.
Ah.
Resourceful like that. We only got bread.
Self-reliance.
We only got bread and crackers from the supermarket or the shop.
Yeah.
Yes, but we had most of our food stuff
So
going.
self-reliant from early on.
Yes. The
And
country
you-
life,
Country life.
Yes.
So you grew up in the church.
Yeah, man. We live on the compound. I was born in the mansion house. Only one of my brothers was born in a hospital.
Yeah.
Everybody was born at home. We had our nurse, we had our dentist in the community. So they would come and visit, and so my mom gave birth in the house, all of us. Basically, except
Yes.
one. And so we were there always. The school, the church, the house is in one compound. It's like a boot camp. It's still the same right now
Yes.
in Haddington.
Nice one.
When you find Haddington Basic School, you will see the history. And I should give you a picture one day.
You should.
I'm going to send you a picture so you can include the picture.
It in it. Yeah, but do that, do that. So, you know, growing up in the church, I'm assuming that is where you were exposed to music for the first time.
Yes.
But normally, we get exposed to things church-wise and we don't always accept it.
No, man, it was a natural. Even with my mom, she was a sure singer.
Oh.
So from morning till night, she would sing or listen to music and sing along. But there was always music in her head. She wash and sing, she clean and sing. Everything is a song of praise.
Yes.
So it's always that spiritual element around us. And then, you know, my father being the reverend. So we play in the church, we sang in the church. Would never be late for church. 5 footsteps away from church. You leave the house, you'd have no excuse to go nowhere.
So that is all the life that you knew?
Until I was about, when I started high school, when I started about 10, 11. I went to high school when I was about 11. So until I went to high school, I only knew the rural life. But I went to Montego Bay once before I went to high school. My eldest brother took me there. So that's a 15 miles drive, crossing into St. James from Hanover, the Great River. And so, you know, I got the chance to go to the market with my elder brother to see Montego Bay. Was like, wow, you know? And then high school was actually in St. James. So we had to go to Montego Bay for high school.
That's Herbert Morrison.
Herbert Morrison.
So were you the only one of your siblings that took on to the music?
No.
No?
No. We are all talented in the family.
All talented. Somehow.
I'm the one that put it in a more, I would say, pop way. My sister Joan Myers, she's a gospel singer. She does her own thing. She used to be with the Grace Chillers.
Yes.
And so she does her own thing, but she's more from a spiritual
gospel background.
I'm more secular, they say, pop.
Yes. Yeah. So
which wasn't accepted.
Because, daddy?
Yes. And reggae music was ruled as the devil's music.
Yes.
Back in that time. And so we understood why. Because there was no rebellion.
Yes.
You know, none.
Growing up in the church at an early age, you were exposed to music.
Yes.
And it's something that you had to be a part of. That is what you grew up seeing. That is what
it was
mommy and daddy
it was a calling. It wasn't it wasn't a forceful thing. It was more me feeling. And let's say the music really began like this with me.
Yes.
My eldest brother, his name is Junior. He was, his name as my father. He was the one that taught me the guitar when he was going to be leaving home to go to college, because we needed to have music in the church.
So that was the first instrument you learned?
Yes, the guitar. And so he thought it was necessary to teach me because he was going to be leaving.
So you need to fill that gap that I leave.
So that's how it really, so, you know, but others were playing in between, but everybody was now leaving for high school.
Right.
2 brothers went to Stets, they boarded. Brothers and sisters came to Kingston to school. So I'm in the country now. I'm the only one home, the last one. So he expected this when everybody leave. That
it's a natural transition.
Yes. So I started when I was about 7. I actually started to learn.
7.
7 years old. Yes. I started to play the guitar.
And it was natural for you. It took some time.
Natural, man.
Natural.
Yeah. My brother taught me one chord. I don't forget. One Friday night after youth service.
Yeah.
He said, yo, I'm going to teach you the guitar. You need to start playing it because I'm going to leave. I'm going to college. You have to play guitar in the church. I was welcoming. Like, okay, I wanted that too, you know? So the next morning, wake up and see me playing.
Yeah, strum.
See, I don't sleep. I played the chord all night just because I wanted him to know I was serious. I had it ready when he woke up. I say, yo, hear this. Them say, yes. He stayed up and did that. I say, yes. Just to make sure that was, you know, the training, the basic things was coming from him before he left. So that's when I started. But the formality came from going to high school.
Okay, so you when you were in high school now, you continued playing there?
Well, the music was a subject.
Music was a subject there.
Yeah, man, I played through all age school.
Yes.
Because I would walk those 2 miles with my acoustic guitar. And I would play at devotion voluntary.
So you walk with the acoustic guitar?
Yes. Just for accompanying the school, you know, music at devotion class. At the end of year, you know.
So every opportunity you get to play,
I would volunteer to play for the end of year, you know, end of school year concerts. Yeah, I would be the musician. You know what I mean? So I was determined, you know what I mean, to play the music, and I played at devotion too. At all age school, I would play.
Yes.
You know.
So let me ask you a question though, because yes, it was a part of the family life growing up, and you did it in school. But when did you realize, or you come to a realization that this is something that you probably want to pursue
The
full-time.
first day of high school.
First day of, what happened make you came to that realization?
So there's a little history behind it.
Yeah.
I picked for Cornwall College. I did the common entrance examination.
Right.
Picked for Cornwall College. Didn't get to go to Cornwall. Herbert Morrison was in the latest school, the newest school to open, 1976. So there was space there.
Okay.
So Cornwall was like, all the youths want to go to Cornwall. So some students were placed.
Right.
I was placed. But my brother before me and my sister were all already at Herbert Morrison.
Okay.
So, you know, my mother thought it was a good idea. It wasn't a bad thing.
So that's
So
your idea.
I was kind of resisting it, right? Because I had Cornwall on my mind. But then the first day of school, I heard a trumpet playing in the music room. So I was like, there's a music department. There was a band. There was like, wow. You know, it's like,
You're home.
yo, this is it. And so I took music from the first day of high school. I started to take music lessons. I signed up for music classes. Music was taught as a subject at Herbert Morrison. Still does.
Right, yeah.
They do still teach music. There's a band program, a beginner's band, advanced band, a special group. So there's a 3-level program
Progression.
consistently since 1976.
1976.
Our music program is trained with the Indiana State University from it started.
Herbert Morrison.
Herbert Morrison. Until today.
Until today.
So Professor Judith E. Grimes, who is the founder of the school band, along with our late principal, Mr. Lydwin Stanley,
Yes.
they came together. He was a teacher at Cornwall, but he became the principal now at Herbert Morrison with a music program from grade 7 to grade 11. So we did the Royal Schools examinations, March in England, at Herbert Morrison.
Yeah?
Yes. So you can actually leave fifth form and go teach music because you would have covered a basic format of the music program from grade 1 to grade 8.
Yeah, and that is what you did.
Yeah.
So when you left high school, you went back to teach at Herbert Morrison.
Because the program has a past student coming back every year to assist the program.
Oh.
Still, until today, yes.
And you did what, 2 years
I did
there?
1 year there,
1
and then I
year.
did another year at Mount Alvernia, which
Mount
is an
Alvernia.
all-girls
All
school.
girls, yes.
Sister school to Immaculate of Kingston. So we did, again, my teachers were always different people. So I went with those teachers who brought me to that school because I was doing the orchestra.
Right.
So I was playing in the youth orchestra and I was teaching with those same teachers who was teaching me. So I was a student and teacher at the same time.
Yes.
At 16.
16.
I taught at 16. I left high school and went back to teach September.
Yes.
I graduated July, August, and I was sir in September. You see it?
Yeah, what was that experience like though?
That was like crucial. I didn't have any experience. I had to find my own way because you're not trained as a teacher.
Right.
I only know the subject music, but
Right, but you don't know the
handle
theoretical,
students,
right.
the psychological. Yeah, that was because the guys knew me before the year before, so they
Right.
still said Benji. I said no,
Benji.
sir, for you. You know what I said? And then it would kind of like hard to get them to concentrate because they were kind of more friendly.
Friendly,
with,
right.
you know? So, but it was a good experience. It taught me humility. It taught me how to relate. I was learning how to communicate my music skills.
Right.
How to impart knowledge. So that was a good thing for me, you know.
So after that stint at Herbert Morrison, then Mount Alvernia,
Yes.
what next came?
The North Coast was the
So
next thing.
the,
I did
the
12.
hotel circuit.
Yes. Did 12 years in the North
12
Coast.
years
Yes.
playing
6 nights a week.
6 nights a week.
Yeah, man.
Practice.
Practice. preparing for other things. But it was the most functional program I've done because it was consistent.
Right. Oh.
We rehearse 2 p.m. We play at 7 p.m. So there's always practice and performance, 6 days a week basically. So there's always room to sharpen. If there's error, you have time to go over
And
it.
fix
Go over
that.
it. Yeah. So we're always learning new songs, playing songs we never knew, playing music from artists we never played before.
Right.
But the idea was to keep the tourists entertained with some kind of familiarity, jazz, and R&B and mixture of reggae music.
And at that time you were simply playing an instrument.
Bass.
Bass.
Bass player.
And that's your love.
That's what I started to play
That's
after I
what
was
you
about
okay.
10 years old.
Oh.
I started to
so you
play
started
the
the acoustic, then you transitioned to the bass.
But high school, you have to play I would say a wind instrument.
Oh.
Because we didn't have strings.
Okay.
So the tuba, which is a big, fat, round
Right.
instrument you would see in the marching band, that was the instrument I played. That's the bass in the band,
Right.
So no, I was playing the bass, but not strings.
Right, not the string
Playing
bass.
the tuba. But I first started on trumpet, the trombone, the baritone, and the tuba. I was playing all of those at school.
So many instruments you are actually able to play?
Professionally, I play about 7 instruments.
About 7.
Yes. I play bass, I would say string instruments, which is the guitar, bass, the piano. I don't play the violin, I don't play the cello.
Yeah.
Those are string instruments. So that's guitar, bass, piano, trombone, trumpet, baritone, sousaphone, which is the tuba.
Yeah.
It's called a sousaphone as well.
So about 7 instruments
7.
you're able to play
Professionally.
Yes.
And actually deliver. Because you could play some instruments,
Right.
but you don't want to deliver. It's more like for your own.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were on the North Coast circuit for 12 years, you say?
Yes.
It's a long time,
Yes, man.
Yeah?
While I was doing that, I also applied for a scholarship to Berkeley Music
Berkeley.
College in Boston.
Yes.
Yeah? And Gilbert came during the same time.
So that is 88.
88. So a lot of things changed again when I was about to leave.
Oh, so you didn't actually enroll yet. You only got through.
I got a scholarship and I was about to deal with the scholarship. Actually, we did the registration and everything. I'm about to go. Hurricane came this September. So a lot of things had changed.
Yes.
When the hurricane came, I met my first girlfriend and a daughter. So I didn't get to go back through that process at Berkeley.
Probably that was divine intervention.
So my next plan was to leave Montego Bay and come to Kingston.
Okay.
But before I left, I was on the bandstand one night playing, and Seawind. It was the Seawind Beach Resort. It's called what is it called now?
Where is that?
It's over in the Freeport.
Oh, not familiar.
Sunset.
Okay.
It's called Sunset now. Beside the Jewels or whatever.
Okay.
All right. So we were there. That's where all the stars would stay when it was Sunsplash.
Oh.
That Sunsplash was down on the Freeport.
Yes.
That El Lagoons, that was the Sunsplash grounds. So all the stars would stay at Seawind, where we played. We were the resident band.
Okay.
So you would see them, everyone. One night I saw Lieutenant Stitchy. So I figured this is like a standard when you see a star, so you don't even expect.
Right.
He's just passing through. But he stopped, listened to the band till the band was done. I still see him sitting around, and then he said he was here to look for musicians to go on a tour. Seeing. So that was again my first opportunity to tour. Stitchy came and took me off the bandstand, asked me to form a band called The Army.
The Army?
Lieutenant Stitchy and The Army. That was his band. So we went on tour with him and he was signed to Atlantic Records as his backing band. And from that, I started to do more Kingston. Come in, go out, back to Mobile to the North Coast. But I spent more time until I actually moved into Kingston. I joined the Rhythm Kings band.
Rhythm Kings?
Yeah, Dr. Paul was the bass player. He left and formed Rough Cut Band. They were going on tour with Shabba Ranks.
Right.
And not just bass player now, but was a bass player before Benji, Bell Navy, so he's there now.
Yes.
Right. So when Rhythm Kings needed a bass player, they reached out to me. I joined the band. Actually, the manager was Joel Thompson. He was the manager for the Tough Gang Studios and Rhythm Kings band at the time.
Okay.
And he saw my whole thing and realized that I was doing and invited me to join the band. So from Rhythm Kings again, I was touring with Gregory backing band. Rhythm Kings is a backing band.
Right.
Touring with different artists. Gregory, J.C. Lodge. We did all the stage shows here.
Jimmy Cliff?
Well, I was his band. I joined Jimmy band as
you joined
as
Jimmy's
his
band.
band.
As his band. Okay.
After I left Rhythm Kings, I went on tour with Toots and the Maytals. That was my first, vocal tour, like a vocalist, like a big band. Foundation.
So when did you make that transition though?
From Rhythm Kings?
From being an instrumentalist to becoming a vocalist.
That's where we are.
Yes.
We're right there. When I joined Toots group, I started going on tour playing the bass, seeing what it's all about. Jimmy Cliff was the next group. I started recognizing more and more that I wanted to do production.
Oh.
So being that I started to do production, I started to discover a lot about myself,
Right.
including my voice. So my voice is the 8th instrument.
So you play 7, but your voice is the 8.
Yeah. It's because the vocals to me is another instrument.
Right.
Learning how to use it. So I wasn't focused on it. I would sing, you know.
I
would sing all the way from I was a youth, but I wasn't focused.
Yes.
on
Mike
the vocal.
Inspires
I
told
wanted
me
to
that
be.
your voice is your first instrument.
Yes. That's the first instrument given, but
Yes.
when you're not poised to be a vocalist and you're
right.
focused on instruments, then you don't even discover your voice.
Right.
But my voice was discovered when I built the studio and I was in that studio, putting it down, listening to it, and I understood my weaknesses, so I could now improve on myself. So if you're touring, you're not able to do that.
Right, 'cause
Yeah,
you're so busy.
You're busy doing other things. So
Right.
now I'm here in Jamaica. I set up a studio with Mr. Trevor Bailey downtown. He invited
Okay.
me at 93 East Street. That was where we did all of my first album, Love You Higher, Show You Love,
Yes.
Intimate Relationship. So I found my voice while I was there in the studio.
Yes.
Locked up for 3 years. I
3
stopped
years.
touring and said I wasn't going on
So
any
you made
tour.
that conscious decision to stop touring.
Yes, no money.
No money.
But I
So how
bought,
you
I
survived?
bought equipment. I bought equipment already.
Yes.
So I was producing. I was doing work.
Oh, so you were earning.
I was earning,
Okay.
you know, not as much as I would on tour.
Right.
But it was the beginning of me doing my own thing.
Right.
See? So I'm actually played with a band since maybe 2000 as a touring musician. Since
21 years ago that in a Benji.
I've performed as an all-star group, but that's not a
Right.
tour. I've gone to many
Yes.
events and play with groups, but I've never gone on tour, so I'm making a salary. 20 years, 21 years.
21
bro.
years.
Yes, yes. I said no more bass playing for groups.
For groups.
No, I wanted to focus on my stuff.
Right.
And there comes a time when, even with the business of music, when you start to learn the business of music, so you realize how to retain and own stuff in the music. How do you achieve some rights to things? You have to
Publishing and-
all of that. So you have to be composing.
So you became a student of the business,
Yes.
learning the business of the business.
Right there. Once I decided to go solo, that was the next thing to do,
Yes.
to learn how to manage my own self. I don't, and there's no regret, you know, none at all. I'm very excited about musicians who do the transition. I like to see it because I know the struggle.
The struggles.
So when I see it, I'm very happy for those musicians. Mikey Spice is one of those.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Respect due. You know what I mean? For coming from the same school.
Same school. Pastor, right through.
And you have many other vocalists like that who have done well, being that they were musicians and transition.
Your first success as a producer though,
Yes.
or your first success as a producer came before your first success as a vocalist.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, talk to me about
I think
that.
you read something like that, right?
Yes.
All right. That was a song I produced for Dennis Malcolm. While I was on the North Coast playing,
Right.
Dennis was a cabaret performer who came in every Saturday night. Great vocalist. And you know, I like to work with great singers, right? So he came and he sang, met him, talked to him. I always wanted to do things with him. So he said, let's go to the studio.
Yes.
Cover this Brooke Benton track called So Many Ways.
Brooke Benton,
Yes.
so many ways.
He said to me I wanted to reproduce as close as I can to the original record. We wanted the strings,
Yes.
violins. So we did all of that, bring in string players, use keyboards and double up. So I arranged and produced that track, So Many Ways by Dennis Malcolm. I was about 18 years old.
You were about
18.
18.
Yeah. I was on the North Coast. I just started on the
Right.
North Coast. Yeah, man.
The song hit.
Big hit.
#1,
Yes.
Jamaica.
And England and
England,
New York.
New
and all
York.
that. Yes, yes. You know the song?
Listen, when I spoke to you today, when you called me talk about the part here,
Yes.
I was actually playing the song for the first time because I saw it in the reading
Yes.
and I went to check it
So
out.
many ways. Dennis Malcolm is one of our most potent vocalists.
Vocalist.
He's on the North Coast in Brownstown.
So that was a home run.
Yes.
First
And
swing.
First one. And brought a good relationship. We did a couple of songs after
Okay.
that. A whole of stuff. You know, we did stuff he would sell on the North Coast
Right.
for tourists.
Yes.
And now he's trying to get more stuff done for commercial purposes.
Okay, so he's still doing music?
Yeah, he's still doing the music.
Cool. So then now, when did you reach that stage now where you were comfortable enough with your vocals
Yes.
to really and truly start to push it out
Great
there?
question. All right, so Love You Higher was recorded and mixed 1 year before I put it out.
1 year before.
before I put it out.
Why?
Because it had to soak up in me.
Oh.
And my daughter was living with me. I raised my first daughter from she was 3 till she was 18. We lived together alone.
Right.
So she was my first fan.
So where was mommy?
Well, we chose that life because she had to go to school here in town.
Oh, okay.
So I kept her here, but she was always in the car. I'm always with her. She's always with me. So she was the one that first let me know that, boy, you're playing one song over and over like that you cannot change the
you
song.
had it over and over played.
In the vehicle. And she's like, yo, you can't find another song? And like, yes, but I'm trying to soak up this song.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about it. When she started singing the song is when I knew that was it.
That was it.
She wasn't complaining anymore.
She was
singing.
singing
She was asking for it. She was saying, play that song one more time. Because I now realize she's bored with my one song.
Right.
So I take out the CD and put in other stuff.
She want that.
So that's the time, 1996.
1996.
It was done from 95.
95.
96.
And you chose not to release it. Why that song though?
Goose Pimples came over me the night and I was putting the bass line down. And that was the first. It was the first sign that it was a hit song. If I don't feel them things.
Right. It was a cover.
Yeah.
Randy Crawford.
Yes. So, you know, here you are, you're doing something. And when your emotions can be affected by it like that, and you're the creator, it's different from somebody else telling you, oh boy, it's really good. When you can feel it too, it's even different. It's more potent. Because now you can, you know, it's something is coming out of you going in the song.
Right.
A feeling, an emotion. And you're feeling it too. Singers will tell you, they don't always feel that. People feel it. Musicians
feel it.
But when you feel your songs,
you know,
a different conviction.
Different conviction.
Yeah. So I felt like, okay, this song is a good song. So I took it to get it distributed.
Who did the distribution for you?
No one. I did it myself because they told
no one decided to take it on?
No one wanted it. It was too clean, too pretty. The words I'm giving you, you know, what I heard.
That's what they told you?
Yes. It's too clean.
And too pretty.
Too pretty. So, so you can imagine. People would say, you don't get frustrated. I said, no, that can empower me. Because I realized I was dealing with people who didn't understand I'm on quality. So it didn't hard for, it wasn't hard for me to say, love them people.
Right.
See me? Easy. So I became a kind of self-soloist, whatever. I'm doing it all by myself.
Everything.
Yes, because I believe in what I'm doing.
One-man band.
And then you hear the talk. You can't do it alone. But when you leave it to them,
they not do it.
They don't bring the dreams to life. They have a reason to change it because now we're learning that once you touch it, the intellectual rights is. So now you get people including themselves in the thing that you don't want to tie yourself into. So it's good to tell you, it's not a good song, let me do it over for you. And then rob you. It's easy. You feel me? That is now, so it can be a very frustrating thing for a young artist.
I can imagine.
Yes, but for me, I wasn't frustrated. I'm always...
Never got daunted?
I went to Dynamic Sounds, paid to cut my own stamper.
Oh, you got the stamper yourself?
Paid to get 6 test press.
Get your stamper,
yes.
Get the test press, 6.
6, that's what you would get. When you get the stamper, you're allowed 6.
Test press.
45, test press without labels, white labels. So it's coming from that. I took those 6 records and I gave them to DJs on the radio and soundmen. And I went back on tour with Jimmy Cliff. I was on tour and I hear that the boy have a song, I rip up Jamaica.
Oh, so they started playing it?
Yeah.
The 6
the 6
samples?
Yes, it's samples. So I was on tour when I heard all of this going on.
Oh, so you were away when it started to get traction?
Right, I wasn't here. So half of my time was spent traveling while all of that was building.
Right.
So I came back home, I shot a video. It wasn't the greatest video I know, but we had beta cam. We had beta cam. But the idea was to present a visual concept of who was doing this.
People see the face behind the voice.
Yes. So when you look at our productions today, we could have done much better, but it's what we had. Yeah. Beta cam, low budget, doing things ourselves. Oh,
so you shoot
Well, it was on our budget. I didn't do the camera work,
Right,
but it was
but
a
your
compilation
budget.
of people, talent, pooling talents, and also budget on us. You know, so Love You Why I became a household song only because people love it. So if I'd believe in what the distributors told me, then I would never put it out. So that was a lesson again. Believe in you. Believe in what you're feeling, because only you can convince others that it's worth it.
Yeah.
But you must have quality though. And don't let
That's
nobody
important.
destroy your quality. No. How can
Yeah.
you tell me a song is too clean?
I guess because at the time, you know, a load
I know where it's
things
coming
that
from.
run.
I know where it's coming from. The digital sound wasn't here yet.
Okay.
We were the first studio with a digital sound. It was not the analog
It
sound.
was analog.
Yeah. And Love You Why I still stand up because it was recorded digitally, so it can compete with things that's done today digitally.
Right.
From 1995. Because futuristically we were like far
Ahead
away.
of the time.
Yes, yes. Give thanks to Mr. Trevor Bailey. He introduced digital recording to me.
Right.
These days we were using the VHS. It's called the Alesis ADAT. It was a
ADAT.
video looking cassette.
Right.
You lock that up to your IBM computer. We were using all of that long time. SIM timing. It's called a SIM to code. Lock the machine, lock the computers, lock all the MIDI stuff in the studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
I Love You Higher
Yes.
is a classic.
Yes. So
And you
sometimes
sat down on it for a
sometimes I
year.
look back and I realize
You got your
I realize the work.
Yes.
The work is serious. Yeah, you know, and you hear it now, it's like, wow, you know, it's still fresh. You know, it's not some kind of pat on my shoulder business. It's
Right.
just I'm not discouraged by people, because if they believe in it, they will be a part of the success. Now the same people tell me, it's a good song.
same people
I
that
said
say
it's the
too
same
clean.
mix. Yes, I said it's the same mix. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Didn't remix it, still clean, right?
Still clean. You know, normally when we do the interviews and we come across big songs, we ask the artists them to give you a few lines for the people them.
Yeah, man. One dream in my life, one aim in mind. That's what I've waited for. And two, dreaming as one, love has begun, promising so much more. No one else can see, yeah, that you're beautiful to me. I love you higher than anyone can count, knowing to the amount of love I have, and you inspire what love is all about. Girl, I can't live without your love. You know. I forget this teacher, my special laugh for that one.
Yeah, man. What did that song do for BENJY MYAZ?
It introduces BENJY MYAZ to the world.
Open some doors.
Yeah, man.
Kick down some doors.
Big time. I mean, even today, man. Today.
Still.
Yes. You know, people, you can't do a show and don't sing that song. You'll be mobbed. I mean, you have a couple songs like that, right, where you have to be.
Right.
Even in my recent promotion, I was doing a virtual thing. I think I sent.
Right.
We shot 2 days and then realized we didn't shoot Love You Why.
Right.
So I had to go back to the crew and say, no, we have to shoot Love You Why.
Some of the same persons who weren't willing to give you a strength are run come now.
They always do, right? You know, it's the same. It's a scripture. The stone the builder refused, right?
Turn on to become a head cornerstone.
Yes. So, but we understand that.
They started coming now. The door started opening.
Yes.
You were now technically a household name. People knew BENJY MYAZ, the vocalist.
Yes. And a lot of people still don't know BENJY MYAZ.
Them are going to know now, man.
Yes, teach them. Reach them.
Yeah, man, them are going to know it now.
man.
So after that song, which song followed up?
My second single was a track called Show Your Love.
Show Your Love.
Yes, that was an original.
Original.
Yes, because the Randy was a cover.
Cover, right.
I was actually honored to meet her, you know.
Yes.
Sorry to cut your question,
Yeah, man, that's
but
all right, man.
let me just share because
You actually performed with her
Yes.
in 2000.
So for me that was
At the
like
Prime Minister's ball.
Yes, you know, it was a big thing. You know, you do a song and you never know you'd meet the vocalist.
What is her reaction to the song?
Powerful. She did it in reggae on her show in Barbados and the
Yes.
Jazz Festival. Shortly after I met her here, I gave her the CD.
Okay.
She went away, spoke about me, you know, and so on. So
Great. Show Your Love was the next song that,
yeah, original.
and that was original.
Yes.
Yeah. Some people though, Benji, shy away from doing covers, but you weren't afraid.
No. I love covers.
You love covers.
Yeah, actually, there's a dynamic with covers because if you are not familiar with certain territory and the song is already popular in the territory,
Right.
and I said territory actually mean a person's space,
Right.
not a physical
punch, right.
punch, but yeah. So if they hear you singing a song they knew, especially the elders
Right.
growing up, and we take songs from era. I do songs from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, so I can reach the people who are up in life there, so in that age group who grew up with that song.
Yeah, but could it be the reason why people shy away from that is because the earning potential
The earning
is not
potential.
as
That's
great
it,
as an
yeah,
original
yes,
song?
Yes, but big stars cover great songs,
True.
always.
True.
The-
Mike Spice's first hit song was a
Yes.
cover.
But put aside us. I'm saying we look at those who we listen to.
Yes.
Bobby Caldwell, Peebo Bryson, Jeffrey Osborne.
Covers.
Bob Marley did covers.
Cover, yes.
So, you know,
Why
Lord,
not?
Lord, I gotta keep on moving.
Moving.
I think
covers.
it's a temptation. It's one of
Yeah.
those groups. I don't remember if I'm saying the right group, but you can correct me.
I will
It's one
check.
of those groups,
Yeah.
right? So, so when people kind of look at covers, boy, I'm not making anything out of it. I'm just digging up a next man's song.
Yeah.
For me, it's more than the
Just-
earning. It's the love of the music. It's the
Right.
passion for the song. You know, Love You High is a song I love. Just love a song. Everybody have a song with them love. So I like to do songs I personally
I love.
You know, people send me songs all the while. This would fit you, that would fit you. But if
You're gonna love it.
I'm not convinced, the song have to convince me I can deliver it. So you have to fall in love with the song to deliver the song.
Right.
No, you know, and some writers don't understand that. They say, all right, write some wicked tune for you, you know, but you write me a song and I'm not feeling it.
Just now go do it.
No, and so you can't be upset and vexed because we're not feeling your song. This is the problem.
Right.
So, because you have to, like I said, how do I deliver a song? How do I deliver a song I'm not convinced to deliver? How do
Right.
I bring that
the conviction won't be there when you deliver the song.
No. So I know if it's choosy, I am.
Right.
If it's professional, I try to be.
Right.
If it's fussy, then maybe. I don't know. I mean, but you like to keep your quality. You
True.
like to maintain
True.
your brand. That's the most important.
Your brand.
Building a brand, you can't afford to have people destroy that.
Speaking about the brand, the government name is Benjamin Myers, M-Y-E-R-S.
Yes.
The artist name is Benji Myaz, M-Y-A-Z.
Yes.
How that?
Spell it. Say, if you speak patois, you know, say Myers.
You don't say Myaz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Benjamin.
That me here.
That you hear.
And while I'm there spelling it out, my brethren say, while I'm there spelling out my name on paper, one of my brethren see me name Stanley Chin, you know, him see me doing that. Him say you have to put a Z in it and not a S. I say why? Him say because the Zorro is in you, you know, you always been wearing black.
Yeah.
See me in black all the
Zorro.
while. Him say the Zorro is in you, so you have to put the Z. Which was just what I've just,
Right.
you know.
But it worked.
What is the spelling is what it sounds like because of the Creole we're talking about.
Myers.
I never hear nobody come up and say
Myers.
Myers, which is the proper thing.
Yes.
Proper spoken word is Myers, E-R-S, right? But it's cut short, right? So it's easy to say.
Yes.
Patron.
Another massive song along the journey, Time.
Yeah, man.
Original.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What was the story behind Time that time?
The rhythm, the jiving rhythm, and it's kind of a love song, but it's also a reality tune.
Yes.
So I was messing with it. It started out as a reality tune, and then a piece of love coming out. Yeah, I mean that intimate man and boy and girl thing. So it's a song for everyone.
Yes.
You know, it was
Every time.
Yeah, yeah. And then, you know, we know the saying that time alone. And you know, the anxiety, the waiting, the challenges of life, all of us go through them.
Right.
And if you can all sing one song to remind us of it, then it's time. It's a patient thing. You gotta be patient with yourself and patient with others too, because time do it. And some things you will never understand until the time has come. And if you want to go somewhere, you need to know what time to be there.
Yes.
So it's a logical subject.
It
very
is.
relevant. Everyday relevant.
Timeless.
Yes. So, you know, and the rhythm pushed that vibes too. The rhythm was a driving rhythm. That's an
Your
old studio
rhythm?
one. No, I didn't really play. Bobby Digital did that track.
Oh,
I didn't play that track.
Okay.
That track was laid
You just
by...
laid down the vocals.
Yes, that track was laid by Computer Paul.
Computer Paul.
Yeah, but then it was an old rhythm. He studied an old studio one.
Right.
I have to find the name of that rhythm too. But time came from the archives. So it's kind of familiar when you hear it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you know it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So at this time, you got a bigger piece of time. You know what I think?
Oh, man. It's a while since I've been trying to get it on with you, yes. But you keep on saying you don't know what you want to do. I don't know much about you, yet you were always on my mind. Cause all we've got to do is leave it to time. Everything will be fine, Time alone can do anything. Whoa, time will move any mountain. Oh, time will make you realize someone's in love with you. Baby, it's true. Whoa, oh, yeah.
Time.
See, always, man. You need to know the time. Every time.
Every time. Up to the time.
Yeah, man.
Benji, when people talk about people with great vocal gifts in the music,
Yes, sir.
sometimes Benji Myaz' name is not readily mentioned. But the truth is, if you really sit down and analyze the thing, you talk about people like Mikey Spice, you talk about, for me, when we learned recently, Glenn Ricks.
Yes, the teacher.
Yes, you talk about Barry Salmon.
The teachers.
The truth of the matter is that Benji Myaz vocally is able to stand in any crowd, anytime.
Yeah, you know these things vary because I have a strong social media following.
Yeah.
Very underground. It's not
Underground.
The numbers is not. I'm not speaking about a lot of.
But the
I said
loyalty is
strong.
there, yes.
So when you dig into what they say, I'm on their list
Yes.
as one of their favorite vocalists. Even when I'm saying I'm not that kind of vocalist.
Yes. You don't think you are?
Even when I would say that,
Oh, you would say that?
Yeah.
What are you saying now?
I'm still not that type of vocalist. But
Even
I'm
at this time?
No. Because I'm comfortable accepting my limitations. I'm not the vocalist that climb the high notes and up there like that. So that is a range limitations. I'm a baritone voice as
and
a man.
You know you have that.
Of course.
Deficiency.
Everybody know that, their limitations. Or if you don't know it, you need to find it.
Yes.
Because say you don't run out and pick a key.
And you can't hold it.
It's limited because I'm a baritone in my spoken voice.
Yes.
And not everybody get a head vocals. Not everybody can do what Stevie Wonder does. You know, nor a Loki D, nor a singing melody, nor a Richie Stevens.
Yeah.
But Mikey Spice and myself, I'm very sure we're very comfortable with baritones and using contours. Yes, we can sing those notes, but we won't stay up there.
Right.
Because as a musician, we don't play high notes all the time.
Right.
It's back and forth, so it's the same approach to the vocals.
Yes.
Even if the range is limited, you have a Barry White, still make a hit song.
True.
You have a Lou Rawls, who still make a hit song. So it's how you use the tools you have.
Yes.
So it's not, a lot of vocalists sit around and contemplate and be braggadocious about the range. But I know a lot of folks who don't like a high voice.
Right. Some people find it annoying.
Thank you very much. But you could use it wisely.
Right.
Stevie Wonder has all that range and use it wisely. You know, so you just have to balance the thing.
That said though, in Benji Myaz' mind, is he a tad bit underrated?
No.
No?
I'm very comfortable in myself.
Yes.
The people compare us and underrate because of the same thing I just spoke about. They will
Exactly.
say, oh, he won't go there. This
Right.
person goes there. So the ratings is given because of a
A man
range
can go up there, so.
or that. But delivery, I'm never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
No. You know what I mean? I might not be the man that scored the goal, but you can't come down and come score for me.
Boss Elias.
You
Yeah.
feel me? So we're confident in what we're doing and comfortable in all of that. Because it's not a competition. As you read, chasing the creativity, not the competition. We never compete.
Yes.
Never. So when you own what you do and you master it, I'll take you again. Check out a guitarist, we call him B.B. King. He passed away.
B.B. King.
A lot of guitarists play fast notes.
Right.
But he would play one note at a time. He's a blues guitar player. But the soul that comes out, it's bigger than all those notes he would play.
Right.
So there's no underrating about nothing. It's just
Yes.
that we understand, you know, like we understand what we need to do. Because, you know, I won't pick up a Marley song and try to sing it in a Marley key.
Right.
Makes no sense.
And a year,
Not my
year.
range. So when you accept those things,
Yes.
it's easy to do what you do well. When you're trying to find yourself and you're going out of your lane, you're going to have a problem because you're not discovering. You're trying to do what's not you.
Yes.
You
I have
know?
interviewed Loki D, Mikey Spice, and Glenn Ricks.
Yes.
3 men who are able to play multiple instruments.
Yes.
And those 3 men have excellent vocals. Is the ability of a musician to play the instruments, does it influence their ability vocally?
Yes.
Because they know them want to sing and they can play it.
It's far reaching because it helps you to go further.
Right.
You could sit and work out something
Or you want it.
and you could be alternative in it because you have the choice to choose different notes.
Yes.
So it gives you a broader perspective or more to choose from, so to speak. So of course it must be a plus,
Yes.
right? I would say.
You think so?
Yeah. I would say because for me it's the same thing.
Yes.
A player, you know. I sit on my piano and I play a phrase. I'm gonna be singing that phrase, but let me play it first and see the note structure.
If you need to fix anything,
If you have to go with that inversion, take it from here, the lower note here,
Yes.
to the higher note. So all of that is always helpful. I always did admire a vocalist who is playing an instrument. Vocalist plays.
Right.
I always admire that. Let me say it properly. I have always admired any vocalist
Yes.
that I see playing and singing an instrument, you know, playing an instrument and singing. It seems cohesive. It
Yes.
seems kind of like, okay, that must be a good thing, a special thing.
Yes.
So I watch those very well.
You said that you can play at least 7 instruments professionally.
Yes,
You are a bassist.
yes.
First and
First
foremost.
love, first love.
Apart from the bass, which other instrument you have that love for?
The keyboard.
Keyboard.
And I'm also now working on taking the bass to a different frontier, like
Right.
a more melodic instrument. The bass is leading songs now.
But the bass normally be the foundation.
Yes.
Now it's a lead.
I'm leading songs. I have a whole album with the bass playing melodies, 16 tracks. Just released 10 of those tracks as a CD.
Yeah.
Yes?
Tell the people what the name of the CD.
Oh,
It has a name. It has
yeah,
a
of
name.
course, of course. I wasn't sure if you wanted to go
Yeah,
into
man,
it.
yes, man.
No, man, we released the CD. It's called You've Got Me.
You've got me.
We actually have 2 videos from the album.
Yes.
It's one, the title track, You've Got Me, and second one, Bass is So Groovy.
Bass is
like
So
a funk,
Groovy.
like a half funk kind of
Yeah.
thing. You can check them out because for me, that's an experimental side.
And you build everything there
Yes,
from scratch.
yes. I play a lot of my stuff, man.
You've got me.
Yes, I play a lot of my instruments.
Yes.
You know, I could name the songs I didn't play, few songs
Few
I didn't
songs.
play. Yeah. But a lot of my own productions, I've been involved from day one.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there an instrument that you don't play that you want to learn to play?
Yeah, well, I like the violin and the viola,
The viola.
and I like the French horn. to say I'm not able to play is because I've not practiced.
Practice.
Yeah. But so if I buy one or and I say okay I'm gonna play it,
Yeah,
I'll learn today because that's how it is.
Lover's Paradise.
Yes.
Another big song.
Yes.
Original.
A lot of people don't hear it.
Yeah.
I want to teach them to beat it. Far reach them, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's a big song. It's a cover.
Big song.
It's a cover.
Another cover. And you don't shy away from that.
No, man.
None at all.
No.
Yes.
No. In fact, whole people ridicule that around me.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Boy, really, I say. Because I only me see my vision and my dream, you know. And in that, I am reaching audience with my covers that you would never think. So, you can't fight what's going on. Your wish is not my command. I'm just saying you have to leave it out there for it to plant seeds for you. You know, it's planting a seed. When you do it, that's what you do. A charity for yourself. So if Don't Ask My Neighbor is one of the big covers I did, and a lot of people say, "Oh, we love that song." This is the way I interpret it. See? So you know, for me, no sir, Lover's Paradise. And if you hear the original, you would never imagine it being in a reggae format. Never.
When I hear the original, still I just hear a version.
Wheel down in. You would have to hear it. You would never hear it coming into the weird.
Right.
Because I did a lot of.
So you just took it and you
rearrange it and set it. Yeah.
Big a piece right there.
Oh man, I'm gonna sing about the whole album, Rasta. When I wake up early in the morning. And I see you lying happy in my bed, sleeping oh so softly on your pillow. All those crazy things going through my head. You and I were meant to be forever. Baby, you're my early morning love light. As long as there's a sun, we'll be together. 'Cause I can't wait to be with you, my love, tonight. 'Cause you and I, we make a lover's paradise. I wish me that be instrument, you see it?
Acoustic, you should have walked with it, man.
Yeah, we give you more color, you
mad
know?
up the thing, yeah, naturally. But the people them know the works, man.
Yes,
The people
man,
them know the works.
yes. Check out Lover's Paradise, good track. Teach them and reach them, so
Yeah,
you know
man,
somebody big up the tune.
You know what I think of?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, another big song in the journey there, so. Yeah? You have been doing the music from boyhood days. Boyhood days. You would have grown, acquiring different instruments. You sat down and you deliberately worked at your vocals.
Yes.
Because you said that you had weaknesses and deficiencies there. But you now would have, and you overcome challenges.
Yes.
Many challenges.
Holy.
What were some of the major roadblocks, apart from the people them say the song too clean and nice and...
You mean challenges with the talent or with the business of the music?
A combination of both.
While recording myself now, I could hear when my voice improved. I could hear when my range started coming in.
Yes.
I actually gained five tones over the last 10, 15 years. I'm going higher with my range because I'm working on it.
Yes.
Because it's like you're physical. If you're not exercising, it seizes up.
Yes.
So because I wasn't singing, I was just playing bass for years, my range was limited. Now I have to start to use techniques, how I'm approaching the notes, the breathing, and actually the angle in which I would take the notes.
Yes.
Those things I've been working on. So yes, I've gained a couple tones over the years. Also gained the knowledge of the business. The challenges come from the human part of the business. Music don't challenge me, you know.
It's the business.
It's the people. The business always was going to be a rip-off business, but if you try to work with the most decent people you can, because it's actually the door to hell, you know, music business.
Music business is the door.
It's a door to hell. Right over there. You have to know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
What's the right over there?
Yes. Yeah. You have to know. And you have to keep spirituality as a focus. So you stay on the right track. And you can't, you know, the hype and the greed and the excitement, that can lure you to go forward. You have to have real meaning and reasons to go forward. Helping people, educating people, teaching people, showing people how this thing goes. Because some of us have to lead.
Yes.
You just have to go. You know, because of the talent that we have. You know, me I say in terms of the experience. Some people happy to learn from me, some resist it. You go and buck up on all of these things. Some people go and fight me for what I do, independently. Some like it. So, you know, it's a mixture. I mean, coming from the background of the church, my virgin, you know evil before you. You know evil, you know, it have to exist. It coexists with good.
Yes.
And the scripture says, thou shalt prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. So this table have a drop with people that look and can't get none. You know, you understand?
Yes.
That's what the thing said. So I'm a man of, I believe in them things and I understand. I don't, if you want to fight me, that's fine. I can't stop you.
Yes.
But you're not going to use certain rhetorics and play with my head. It's above that. Can't left that. You know?
Of all the songs that you have recorded, which song is your favorite song?
Which one of your children your favorite one? It's like, what a wicked question, right?
You don't have no song where that life and music are too. Benji, the songs that you have, you must have one of them where in your quiet time, I hit your meds the most, man. I it come to your head the most regular. When you get a chance to sing it, I hit you want to sing.
You expect me to have one?
Yes. May I ask if you have one of that?
Expectation can lead to disaster, right? All right. So, I don't have one.
You don't have one?
No.
Which song that you recorded mean the most to you?
Teach them. A good teacher, you know. All right. Mean the most. All right. I wrote a song called Conversation for Third World. Lyrically, the meaning of the lyrics, especially because there are so much conflicts.
Yes.
So it means a lot. But not the song. The lyrics of the song. Because I don't think you really unfairly can compare your songs.
Right.
You can't be biased to something where you create. You will do one different and the public will rate it maybe higher.
Right.
But you know in yourself that where you're coming from. For example, I think Time Together album is a masterpiece musically.
Yes.
But then it went over the heads of most of the people.
Right. You made mention of the fact that you wrote Conversation for Third World.
Yes.
But I know of a conversation where BENJY MYAZ vocals are on.
Yes, that's
same song.
Same song.
So what about that song?
I did that song on my first album. I produced that for Third World, recorded and produced it for Third World.
Yeah.
But did a version for my first album.
Okay.
You know, the concept of the lyrics was, you know, I mean, wanted to kind of, you know, but like I say, it was one of the most potent lyrics.
Right.
Of all times.
Conversation.
Yes, because we need that. The world needs it.
Conversation.
Yes. And every relationship needs it, whether it be a man and a woman, or two men, or a family, father, daughter, father, son. One thing we all have to have is that one thing, conversation.
Timeless.
When there's none, there's also assumption.
Right.
And assumption leads to destruction. So we need to talk. The world needs to talk. Leaders have to talk. Enemies have to talk, you know. Yes. Some ways, some kind of code.
Have to.
That's why I have the United Nations, to bring enemies together. So, you know, it's just that if Jamaica started some kind of dialogue, would have less crime, you know. It's just that people not talking. You have to talk. You can't just go talk when it's election time. You have to talk and engage people. You know, people need motivation and engagement to help them to think differently, because especially during this time, you know, you have to have some type of way for reach people.
Conversation.
Yeah. See?
Which of your song has been the most successful song?
Oh, I don't know if I'm a good judge at that. Because territories
different territories, yes. But overall, just off the top of your head.
Far reaching, I think it couldn't be one, it's more than one.
More than one?
Yeah, several. So I would be unfair to say one.
Yes.
to the song.
Commercially.
Commercially, yeah. Far reaching more than one. You know, I would say 5, 6.
5, 6.
Yeah.
Including I Love You Higher.
Yes.
Time. Lovers
Ask
Paradise.
Yes. Ask My Neighbor.
Ask My Neighbor.
Show Your Love.
Show Your Love. Shine On.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, see, we can't stop. And that goes on because I get messages from different territories and get feedback from different DJs.
Right.
Which song they like, you know. So, you know, I just spoke to some people down in Zambia, whole different thing, them loving the new project.
Yes.
Spoke to a virgin in Trinidad, he's thinking Time is my first song.
Yes.
He said, boy, your first single is...
I'm wrong this time.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I said to him, Love You Higher was
Love
the
You
first
Higher.
one. But Trinidad never heard Higher.
Ah,
You get it?
and then
They heard Time before.
there. Okay.
For some
so
reason.
them say a Time come first.
They are. For some
And
reason the
naturally,
radio was
I can see
playing.
why they would
That's
think
the
about
point
it like
I'm
that.
making. So when you think a song is new, it's probably old.
Yes. Has BENJY MYAZ written a song where you feel not get the justice where it deserve? If enough people did hear it, to them be a massive song.
Many.
Eh?
Many.
Many.
Yeah.
Is there any particular one where you know say that one there, the man then hold it down?
Boy, I don't know if I can say the man them. I mean, you don't get your play, people now hear your music.
Yes.
You have to get your play. You see, you know, I always say, you know, them can try, you know, bro. Them try to close the door, but I don't. I go through the door when it
Walk
closes.
over a fence.
Yes. No, I can't even go through it when it locked.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. You have means to go through it when it locked, man. And another invisible thing that talk about using the power to go through it, and the power in the music beat it down. So to say, I would say more airplay would expose more things about every artist.
Give me that one song, the BENJY.
I can't find it.
You can't find it.
No, because there's so much good songs out there that don't get the exposure. So I wouldn't say there's one that would take. There's many that could have done, but I'm saying again, Father, you don't know best. And if Father never set it for you to be in that, if you have to work from the outside, around the thing, then you go through the thing or whatever, if God have a different plan, you have to work with God's plan. You know, I know everybody that going to be number one. And I've never been one to clear about a number one song. That I can tell you that.
How many of those you have?
I don't know. Several. But you don't have to put me on the charts, bro.
Yes.
Nah. I'm not here for numbers. I'm not here for numbers. No numbers change. Consistency remains.
Can't change.
No. So when you put me on number one and then you put Teach Them come with a chart. You put me on number one, you put Glenn Ricks on number one, then that means we're gone now, right?
Right.
Which means demerit.
Yeah.
Right? Because one is one down. No, you don't need to do that to me because it's consistent every day.
Yeah.
So people say, why you're not on the charts? I never care about that. I was practicing my guitar 6 hours a day. I wasn't thinking about the charts and the Grammys, you know.
6
Thinking
hours
about
a day.
music. Yeah, when I do band practice and I do all that and I go to hotel and I practice 2 and I play 7 till 11. That's about 8-9 hours of music. We weren't thinking about no reward. You know, we just wanted to do music.
Yes.
So I'm just being honest. If you take my song and put it on number one, great. I'm not going to have a different day tomorrow.
So you might have more money?
Possibly. Possibly.
Possibly.
Possibly, but then you have to make sure you are getting it. Because it's not necessarily coming to you, right? So what's the purpose?
Funny you made mention of the Grammy. You received Grammy nomination, medal, certificate for your work on
Medal and
Toots,
certification.
Medal and certification for your work on Toots's Father of Ska album. Great achievement.
Big. But you see, we weren't thinking when I was making the line and our 2 lines on Toots album that Father Toots, I hope you get the Grammy so we can get a medal now.
Yes.
Toots called me up and said the nomination come through, you know, we have some things so we get for the nomination. He gave me mine.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that.
What is your single greatest achievement musically along the journey so far, BENJY?
What's an achievement? I have to ask you. What is it your...
That thing there where you look on and it make you proud. It don't have to be a tangible thing. It can be anything for you where stand out in your memory and your
Producing,
mind.
writing, composing, arranging, singing. That's, for me, a big accomplishment. Not having to travel and play in someone's band.
Yes.
Having a call come in during COVID to say you want some dub plates from 2 or 3 of your favorite songs, and I'm able to survive because I made that vocal effort. I've not played in a setting like that since, right? So you're able to do dubs and pay your bills, and so you say, yeah, give thanks I was able to record my own self.
Right.
That it reached a massive, that the massive can turn around, and so yes, my vocals are my own compositions, I would say. Productions and all of that, I would say my big achievement.
Yes. Yeah. Is there anything musically that Sir Myaz hasn't achieved as yet that you still hope you achieve?
Musically?
Yes.
I wouldn't say musically. I would say financially.
Financially?
Yeah, that's what we're waiting to do with getting paid.
Getting paid?
Yeah, from the people who have outstanding money for us. So,
a lot of people?
Yes, and we have legal avenues to take. Because the music is, like I say, is a corrupt entity. And if you don't claim what's yours, it's not handed down. It's not given to you.
Yes.
No. So that's where I'm at. But I think, you know, musically, it's a lot. There's always improvement, room to improve musically.
Right.
But I do that regular on my own. So I'm not waiting to do it. You know, on the last project, Rootsy Rhapsody, I was able to do things that I never get to do on the last project.
Yes.
Prior to that. So I'm always doing that, trying to catch up with the music, you know what I'm saying? But what is overdue is those people who deliberately don't want to pay you and keep on being evasive.
You plan for collect.
We need to. We have to have lawyers. We have 2 lawyers going after them.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, hope that work out.
Yes. We have a lawyer watching one lawyer. So
yes.
That's how the business is.
You did a lot of work with the late, great Bobby Digital.
Yes.
You actually have contributing work on Sizzler's The Real Thing album, Capleton, Rain of Fire.
Yeah. Writing and producing.
Writing and producing and playing.
With Bobby.
The Real Thing.
Yes.
One of the greatest dancehall / reggae album ever.
Download is my tune.
Yeah? Greatness again, sir.
Yeah, you have some wicked. Listen, I just came out of the studio Saturday gone with Lieutenant Stitchy.
Stitchy.
We have some crazy work coming.
Crazy work.
Serious. Because I mean, even though I might compose and do that for BENJY MYAZ, I'm very all-rounded. Like
yes.
Dancehall. I played those. A lot of people tracks I played before I did my own stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm studio friendly like that. And I can have an idea where the artists want to go.
Yeah.
With the thing. You know?
Yeah, because you have the musical IQ there.
Yeah, so Stitchy actually positioned me from last year when the lockdown came.
Right.
So yeah, I want to start working on my new album. You have to produce.
Tell him say me to come do the interview.
I will. I'm going to watch out one man. Boom, you hear the man say king.
Where's your favorite place to perform?
A country, a place.
Country, place. You get that vibe there. You look forward for go that place there. Regular.
I haven't been in a couple of years, but I've been to Anguilla.
Anguilla.
A festival called Moon Splash.
Moon Splash, yes.
You know, cosmopolitan vibe. Mixture of styles, mixture of artists, just ambience, everything.
Yes.
One of my favorites, man. And it was an organic festival. It wasn't a commercial festival.
It wasn't, oh.
So it's based upon the musicianship. You could see anybody.
Anybody?
Yeah. From Richard Hayes to Kevin Bacon and his brothers.
Yes.
To Denzel Washington.
Anybody.
To pass through, to John Mayer on guitar passing through. You would find a lot of these people coming to the festival.
Is there anywhere that you haven't gone to perform as yet that you have desires to go to a place to go work one day?
Again, let me revisit. I'm so blessed to see the world before I started singing.
Yeah, because you were touring with all these great people.
Yes, I've seen the globe. But as a performer, I haven't been out there as a singer. So if I'm blessed to go, I'm willing to go. I'm given the opportunity to go.
If you're blessed to go, you're willing to go.
Yeah, blessed means the Lord providing the opportunities, then I'm going to go. You know, I'm not going to make a mayhem or excitement because I want to go. You know, sometimes it's not your calling. Maybe I was just supposed to taste it from the background, seeing it, and decide if that's what you want.
To go there.
Yeah, I believe in the power of the Almighty like that.
Yes.
Carry you to the brink, you really want this or you don't want this. It's how you do it. I'm comfortable playing for those stars just like I am doing my own thing. I'm not envious of someone on the front line, and I don't desire their limelight.
Right.
As I don't know the judgment it comes with, you know.
True that. True that.
So you have to be willing to bear all that it comes
Yes. When I was doing the research, but I don't remember coming across any collaborations.
with. With me?
Yes.
Whole heap, man.
You have a lot?
Whole heap.
Like who? With who?
My new album I gave to you.
Right.
You're going to have Mikey Spice and me and Tony Gold doing Wildfire. Tribute to John
But before the new project, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yashima Bet and Freddie
Yashima
McGregor.
Bet.
And Freddie McGregor on Time Together
Time
album,
Together,
Junior
yeah.
Jazz.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have vocally, Swellily, I don't know if you know that track.
No.
Caravan of Love. That was from in the early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are about 6-7 collaborations, and then Master Griffiths is also on this project.
Master Griffiths on.
This project.
So Mikey, Marcia.
Yes, Alicia, free from Obey,
Yeah.
and Joanna Marie from out of Florida.
And what's the name of this latest project?
Rootsy Rhapsody.
Rootsy
and I want
Rhapsody.
everybody to go on and check out.
So it's out now.
It's out.
Digital platforms.
Yes, my website.
So that
My own web, my platform is
Which is?
BenJMYAZofficial.com. 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 And I'm on social media. The IG is the same handle.
Yes.
Facebook is the same handle. From you put Benji Myaz Official, Facebook, whatever. So, and then we also did the launch virtually too.
Right.
So you'll be able to see the launch on my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have a YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/Benji
Myaz. Man of everything.
Yes. You will find me on most handles, and everything is interlinked. And if you don't see the official, it's not. It has to say official.
Official.
Yes.
Is there any artist that you have not worked with vocally that you would mind going in the studio to do some work with one day?
There's many.
Give me two names, man.
You mean locally?
Well, locally?
Yeah.
So give me one local, one international.
Peter Bryson, one of my
Peter
favorite
Bryson.
vocalists. And here, duet. It's hard to say. Don't expect what you think I should say. It's hard to say because there's a lot of good singers that probably don't have the name.
You don't really, you don't have to be a name pro. Just you want to do some work with them. Why you not do no work with it?
But again, I wanted to be clear. You wanted to find out if it was more like a duet vocal compilation
Yeah, man, as a
or me
collaboration.
producing with them.
No, man, collaboration,
Okay.
vocally, man.
All right. I've never thought about that, you know. That's a good question to think about right
Think
now.
about it and we have come back to it before we do.
I never thought about Jamaica, you know. Yes, Barry Salmon too, but I've never been able to reach him to say that.
Okay.
That, like, oh, one day.
You have been doing music from your childhood days.
Yes.
If it was music, is there something out there that you love enough that you think you would do to put food on the table? What is
The
that?
military.
Yeah? Can't say that for true, you know.
Yes.
The military.
I wanted to be
a soldier. May I beg you one more song?
This song you have.
Peace, shine on.
Just yesterday, cast my eyes upon your lovely face. But that was yesterday. Now just a dream that lives inside a memory. Wish it could be reality. Shine on yesterday, carry me away. Let me be back in your arms, holding you again. Shine on yesterday, carry me away, to be with you. Somehow I let my dreams come true. So I forget all the lyrics. Teach them how me a sing the whole album. Yo, yeah man, I mean, sometimes I have to actually go on stage and you have to say, pull up that. Because the lyrics don't come right away.
You still do that?
It happens to every vocalist, man.
Yeah?
There's a lot of songs to retain. And sometimes your first word might not be there and you can't retain the line. You can't even recall the line. You know, the band, one word you get from the band and you're good.
What's your favorite song? Your favorite song that you're not the one who do it?
A whole heap of song teach them. No, you can't get one out of me but on that one day. I got decline on that.
No,
man, I have too much songs that inspire me, man. Too much.
Which song inspire you most, brother?
None at all. There's no one. It's so much songs, man. So much for real. I have playlists of different vibes, you know.
Right.
Seen? So I love instrumental, I love vocal. And I have them, my playlist have them both included. My playlist is mixed. I don't have a vocal listen.
I have a playlist.
I have a playlist with different things, instrumentals. I have classical music in my playlist. You know. Jazz, I have everything in my playlist. Seen? I will listen Beethoven, and I will listen Herbie Hancock, and I will listen Ernie Ranglin, and I listen like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't have one set of music I listen.
You have been a dancehall artist, so you
yeah, man. Stitchie my artist. Stitchie have always been my artist.
Stitchie your virgin, man. More your
artist before my virgin. Because when Stitchie came and checked me, I never know his music like that.
Yeah?
No. They only didn't know like where his size and
where his size.
But he's one of the greatest artists. Lyrically
yes.
and professionally. And the delivery, immaculate.
Immaculate.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And so we're working on a piece called Greatest of All Time. I want to give you that. I won't give you no more.
And
that's for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an album or just
his
a
album? His album.
Greatest of all times.
Yes. So that will make that is just a title track from his album, not the upcoming album.
How many children does Mr. Myaz have?
2 daughters.
2 daughters.
Yeah, man.
Married?
Not yet.
Not yet. Plan to?
Hopefully. I'm sure at some point you want to do something that do the right thing, your mother would say.
The right thing.
The right thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the Benji Myaz fans out there, and for fans who will be discovering Benji Myaz, because some people,
yes, rightly,
as we say, still not the message not reach them yet.
No.
What kind of message you have for them at this time? We just like do that.
Well, you do have to just, hang tough, stay focused, try to keep calm, do the right thing.
How, because many artists, when you talk to them, they have, the entertainment fallout as with many things with COVID. How have you been coping though, from a financial perspective? No show and keep.
Yeah. Well,
but the music has sell, Benji?
No. Well, music is always selling.
Yes.
It's good to see music coming in. But when it's being sold, it's coming into you. Because we structure that whole thing with the digital age. So you'll find my music exclusively on my website.
On your website?
Yeah. So we had to rearrange and set that up since lockdown to gain access, have more access to what it is.
Yes.
So and then again, dub plate has been a survival even before lockdown.
Even before.
And most artists will tell you that dub plate is a savior. It's a savior.
Staple.
Yes, it keep you, it somehow.
You made mention of places where the music can be found, but for the people out there who want dub plates, how do they go about that?
You can always reach me, BenJyMyazOfficial.com. You can always message. There's a communication there for emails and for WhatsApp.
Yes.
Facebook, you can find me there. There's always some kind of messaging system there. Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm sure all these handles have messages.
Right.
You could, once you're on the network. Email also is there on the website. Once you get to the website or you get to my YouTube channel, you will see
everything is there.
Yeah, everything.
Sir Myaz.
Yes, man.
The great man, vocally.
And let me say thank
musically.
you. Let me say thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
For the patience and for making it a reality.
Every good thing takes time. Time alone, man.
Teaching them as you reach them.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the man making time.
Yes.
For all a reason with the eye.
Yes, man.
It's a joy.
Thank
and
you.
The people have been asking you,
I heard.
Yeah.
So we have a big up teacher, man, what they're doing for the music and continue. May God continue to empower you with knowledge and wisdom.
Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, you're teaching.
You're
teaching, so you have to also have the covenant so you can deliver the right thing.
Yes.
And it's good that you can use this channel to open the doors for many artists who probably would not have been able to be exposed, including myself. Because I know you have a far-reaching audience.
Man, with the humility, man.
You have a far-reaching audience. So we give thanks I'm here.
Yes, sir. It's a joy, sir.
Yeah,
It's
man.
an
Blessings,
honor.
blessings.
It's an honor.
Blessings.
It's an honor.
Appreciate
Blessed.
your crew. Much respect.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Blessed.
Yeah, man.
Give thanks.
So just wanted to say thank you to Chris and the guys, the entire gang at Bamboo Bar Car Wash in Barbican Square. Thanks for having us. Hosting Teach Them Benji Myaz. Much respect. Want to say much respect to Lano again and the team. I know you guys have a busy day working, had to accommodate us. So we really respect that. And the bar, everybody, much love. One channel in mind. Teach them so fine. Number one, we've waited for you. 2, special interview. Teach them, give them a good view. And promise them so much more now. Everyone can see. Teach them channel. You are the champion. Ooh, yeah. Teach them takes it higher than anyone can count. No end to the amount of things we show. Teach them you inspire. What all the media's all about. No shadow of a doubt. Teach them are the champion. Boop. Out.
Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Like the video before you go. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And remember to share the video with your friends and family. And browse the channel for more quality content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them.